round of applause for
Oh,
Renee
yes.
Saklikar. And now, star of the show. Yes. You know, I think we all know who's coming up next. Our secret is out. The one and only Candice James.
The living dead poet. I do feel dead a lot of the days.
But you certainly look alive tonight.
Yeah.
Look lovely.
Actually, it's not me.
Oh,
I sent my other
yes.
dimensionalized self down. She said, I'm not wearing those awful clothes, I'm wearing these.
There's a few of you around.
I want to thank you, Renee and Dennis, for reading my poetry. It's really nice to hear someone else read your words. Really nice. It actually made me feel like I was dead. Looking down from another world.
It was an honor.
Oh,
Well,
my pleasure just to hear it. I'm going to do a few for you. The interesting thing about this book is I've been saving my favorite poems over the years, and any of the books that I've had published, I haven't resent my very favorites. I've been saving them for until I have quite a few to put into a book. There's a few that aren't my favorites, but a lot of them in this book. I'd say 75% are my favorites over all the years. So I'm really happy with the book because it's my favorite. It's just like Frank Sinatra or like Bob Seger or whoever.
you're lovely.
So this one's called Dance with the Surprises. Taste the mist of a shooting star. Surf the tide of the Milky Way. Climb to the tip of a shimmering moonbeam and slide down its highway of dreams. Embrace the moment and dance with the surprises. Stop at the door with double locks. Find the keys within yourself. Stand at the edge of uncertainty and dive into the river of chance. Embrace the moment and dance with the surprises. Listen to the whispers of the wind. Walk through the echoes of the rain. Rest in the arc of a pastel rainbow and swim in the sea of a pristine snowflake. Embrace the moment and dance with the surprises. Open up your heart and soul and keep your spirit flowing free. Hear the universal rhythm. And when the music plays, take the chance and dance. Dance with the surprise. No, you don't have to clap. I know you're all sitting like that, dying to, but no. This next one's kind of goes back to my days when I was in the music business. I was all around everywhere, da-da-da. And so I called it the vagabond days. It reminds me of my younger days. And still sometimes I get that hankering for the road, you know? So, the vagabond days approach on thundering panther paws. I board them as a hobo does, a slow-moving train. There's danger in the air, excitement everywhere. I was born for days like these. They've always been chasing me down. The vagabond days approach on powerful, sweating haunches. I feel them breathing down my neck, a cloyed breath with salty, sultry suns and frosty moons in the wake of distant thunder. The vagabond days approach, closing in on me. I slow my pace, readying myself for sweet surrender, throwing off my disguise, finally coming to terms with my heart and the vagabond I am. for Tony. This is one of his favorites. Tony Antonius has just been wonderful to me ever since I've met him. Everybody I met was like, Tony, what a wonderful group. It's called This Eve. What shall we do this evening, dear? What shall we do this eve? Shall we stand worlds apart together beside love's tomb to grieve? Shall we shed a tear or two, or tell a tender lie? Shall we stare at separate moons, or speak of days gone by? Gone are the stained glass hours we rode through yesterday, astride the champing hearts of lovers in love's play. Gone are the starlit nights that lit our eager hearts, bleeding with lust and love, tangled in body parts. The road that leads to yesterday is overgrown and dense, a vast, perfidious shadowland past all points of pretense. And if we dared to speak the truth, we'd be forced to confess the waning of the wandering years has left our hearts recess. What shall we do this evening, dear? What shall we do this evening? Let us stand worlds apart together beside love's tomb and grieve. Not going to do too many more. I remember when I was younger writing poetry, my mother always used to say, how come you never write a poem about me? And I used to say, because you're indescribable, you know. She always used to say that. And so one day they had a province newspaper thing on Mother's Day, and you had to send a baby picture in on a Mother's Day thing, so I thought, I'll write something and send it in. Fortunately, I won and got the big fame, and so she was so thrilled with that. And then I never wrote any more about her now. She's gone, so I've written another. I thought I should give her one more. This is called Mother. After I kiss your cheek, I turn my cheek, as tears shiver rivers of pain under my wrist and fingers. I'm crying for you, and I'm crying for me. So many years together, and yet so much time apart. You're flying away forever, my beautiful bird, and leaving me behind. A glint of silver shines on old memories, sparkling for a moment in time, as did we before our time was over. Not a day or a night will pass by when I don't think of you. Not a smile or a tear will appear without some image of you in it. You'll always reflect in me like a deeply rooted diamond, powdered and dusted with the sweet, salty sugar of yesterday's memories. And now I am orphaned. But the mother and child reunion is only emotion away. Only emotion away. And then I think I'll just finish up with my signature poem. I wrote this poem quite a few years ago, and most of mine, I've got a favorite, but they usually slide down and they get replaced. But this one hasn't. This one has stuck, so it's probably a forever favorite. I don't know, I just don't think this one will get replaced. And it's called Ink Stain in the Rain. And how I started to write this poem was seeing paper and ink and writing and everything and rain on it. And it was just so interesting. You could see it, but you couldn't really tell what it said. and the ink became kind of different shades of blue. It was actually quite beautiful. Could have been a poison pen later, but beautiful. So this is called Ink Stain in the Rain. The cold wind rapes and scrapes the soft, supple satin drapes in the cave of evening shade. Under gunmetal sky, cracked, splintered, and dry, we play our tragic masquerade. On the mantle of doom and foreboding gloom, we reach for this feeling we're chasing. We can't quite grasp enough of it, just a quicksilver touch of it. This dream, daughter time is erasing. Then, I feel your heart slip, so I tighten my grip on the trembling lip of this storm. Your body's a river, a fast-running shiver, and I can't seem to keep myself warm. Engulfed by the ocean and fading emotion, you let go of my hand. Tide sweeps you away, but bids my heart stay. Nothing is as we planned. Waves wash me ashore, lips parched, evermore, never to taste yours again. Love letters and pain, left out in the rain, became a fading ink stain. Now, days without sun, the moons